times. You know, last summer when Kylie did some clinics with us, we registered for every individual session. That's not the case for this series of sessions. One registration gets you into all of them, so no need to register again. You're good for all of them for this particular series. And then the plan for today is 45, 50 minutes of Kylie giving us her skills, and then about 10 minutes of Q&A near the end. So with that said, thank you, Kylie, and take it away.
Would we need our sticks?
Oh, no audio.
Now she's got no audio?
Oh, I'm here.
There
here. Sorry, I was muted. I'm there. We love technical difficulties. We love 2020. Hi, everybody. My name is Kylie Omenler. Yes, we need our sticks. I have mine as well. So if we are inside, if we are outside, no matter what, we can get our reps here. So that's the one major thing. I'm going to be getting my reps alongside you girls. If we have a pitch back and we're outside and we have a ball or a partner, awesome. We're going to be getting real live reps. And if not, if we're in our basement or if we're inside, okay, we are going to make sure that we get our air reps, just like me, okay? I'm gonna get my air reps here. So everything is gonna be really realistic, and we're gonna make sure that we're focusing on little details today. So a little intro, since this is our first session. Again, my name is Kylie Omenler. I am currently on Long Island in New York. This is where I was born and raised. I went to college here too, and I went to Stony Brook. I graduated in 2018. I now play professionally, and I'm on the training process for Team USA. So I am very, very excited to be working with you girls over the next 6 weeks or so. As Janine mentioned, we did some stuff over the summer, and I can't believe we're still in this climate, but I'm hoping that you're all staying very safe, very healthy, and having a good holiday season so far. We're going to make sure that we get better together, and we challenge ourselves together, whether we're on Zoom or we're in person together. So let's do it. How this is going to work, we're going to do a lot of stick work today. A whole stick work series. I think the basis of everything as a lacrosse player is being as comfortable as you possibly can with this stick. You want to make sure that you feel like it's an extension of your body, right? Almost like a third arm, okay? We want to be able to go out on the field and be able to focus on the plays that are happening, being able to think a couple passes ahead, being able to read a slide as an offensive player, rather than worrying, am I going to catch this ball? Or am I going to drop it if I switch my hands? Those are the things we want to try to eliminate before game time comes. And that comes from working on our stick work as repetitively and as often as we can. So what we're going to start with, okay, and some of the stuff we're going to do is going to feel a little bit challenging. That's okay. The challenging stuff is the good stuff. Those are the things that are going to help you take your next step to that next level of greatness. All right. And we're also going to do absolutely everything with both hands. I'm a big, big believer in making sure that we have two strong hands with our stick, okay? So we want to feel almost as equal with our weak hand as we do with our strong hand, so that when we get out on the field, we're a dual threat, okay? So how this is going to work, I'm going to give you girls, you're going to come to the screen. I'll show you a little bit of a demonstration, give you some details on the reps that we're going to do. I'll give you a number of reps, and then you can go either get your air reps, okay, in front of the camera so that I can see it, or on your pitch back, same idea in front of the camera so I can see it if you feel comfortable turning your cameras on so I can give you guys some feedback. When you're done with your reps that I gave you, you can come right on back to the screen so that I know you're done, and we'll work on the same thing, okay? So first thing we're going to start with one hand on our stick, our top hand we're going to work on. See how my top hand is a little bit higher than the middle of my shaft? Okay, we want it to be not all the way up, not all the way down, a little bit higher than the middle. Biggest thing here, we're going to work on throw, catch, one cradle, throw, catch, okay? All with one hand on our stick, but notice my arm is off my body. This elbow is never touching my rib cage, and I'm opening up my shoulder almost as if I had a football or a baseball in this hand. If I had a football or a baseball in this hand, so I can throw a lacrosse ball like this if my hand's out in front like this, okay? But if I had a football or a baseball here, that would be a push, right? We want to try to make sure that we eliminate that pushing motion when we throw. So the way that we do that is to reach our arm back, our back arm back, so that we can get that full throwing motion, okay? So one hand on our stick, we are going to do throw, catch, cradle, throw, catch, cradle. 15 reps with our right hand, 15 reps with our left hand. All right, let's try it out, okay? Opposite foot forward. I'm going to be watching as we go. Nice job, Chloe. Been a while, girl. There you go, girls. Good. If you're getting those air reps inside, make sure that they're really realistic. If you had a real ball in there, act like you're really giving with the ball. Big cradle, step, and throw. Our opposite foot should be forward always. 15 and 15. If you're done early, get some extra reps. Good. So remember, girls, if our hand is out in front of our face, we're doing it wrong. Make sure we reach our hand back behind our ear here. Reaching it open. Stepping through. Good, Kaylin. Nice adjustments. There we go, girls. One hand on our stick here. Good, Ayla. One hand on our stick. One hand. Top hand only. Good adjustments. There we go, Kaylee. Good. 15 righty, 15 lefty. Good. When we're done, come on back to the screen. Okay. All right, next thing that we're going to do, what we were just working on there, and we didn't even talk about it, was what's called a hitch cradle, okay? A hitch cradle, notice this, right? My arm is really big. My hand comes from my ear out to the side, and then it comes back in, and I'm already in throwing position, okay? What we're going to do next is we're going to do a ball fake. Still, one hand on our stick only, okay? We're going to do a ball fake. So what's different with a ball fake and a regular cradle is our ball fake's going to go out in front of us. See how I'm extending my hand out in front? And I'm turning my wrist so that my stick head turns all the way across. So I'm reaching back. I want to fake like I'm throwing a pass all the way in front. I'm extending my arm, and I'm bringing my arm back to throw, okay? So when I catch, big ball fake, bring it back, step and throw. All with one hand. We're working on this wrist motion and this big open kind of motion with our shoulder. So ball fake, bring it back, step and throw. 15 righty, 15 lefty. Feel that twist of our wrist. That's what it should feel like you're really throwing a ball. Fake it in. Wherever you're throwing the ball to or wherever you're pretending to throw the ball to, should see this. Should see the back of your stick. Yeah, really sell it, girls. Good job. There you go, Cece. I like your hat, girl.
Wait, one hand or both hands?
One hand. Great question. We're still on one hand. We're going to build up to two hands here. Remember, girls, if we feel ourselves as we get into the reps and it gets tired and our arm gets tired, our arm's going to come in tight. Make sure we focus on building those good habits. Get that arm off our body. Reach that shoulder open. Good, Liv. Good adjustments with our feet there. Nice job, Gretchen. Really punch that top arm out. You want to feel a full extension with your arm. It's going to feel a little bit harder, but it's really going to work on the full motion of selling that ball fake. 15 righty, 15 lefty, girls. Crushing it so far. Good, Rachel. Nice, Chloe. When we're done with our reps, come on back to the screen. Awesome. Okay, girls, so we cannot forget, okay, a lot of times we work on one-handed stuff with only our top hand, okay, which is really, really important because that's the hand that really controls a lot of this motion, big cradling motion, a lot of our snap of our wrist as well, okay, and a lot of that throwing motion that we talked about, right, open up our shoulders. Now, our bottom hand also has a job, right, when we have two hands on our stick. We're not just only using our top arm, otherwise our arms are going to cross, right? And we don't want that. We want to make sure that we get a big follow through where our top half of our body twists all the way across and our stick finishes on the other side of our body. So what we're going to work on is we're going to focus only on our bottom hand in our throwing motion, okay? So as we develop our skills throughout these next couple of weeks, you guys are going to hear me say this, but your front elbow, okay? So if I'm righty right now, two hands on my stick, my front elbow is going to be my best friend, okay? And this is why, okay? So if I'm standing at you guys and I'm here, and my front elbow is up, see how my chin is like in my shoulder here? I'm in perfect throwing position right now, right? I'm in triple threat position. If my front elbow points over to that corner, if I want to throw it over there, okay, I'm not going to be able to get it there until my front elbow points over there. See how it shifts my shoulders? And then I can get my follow through to go that way, okay? Same idea. If I want to go over there, I got to get my front elbow up and over so that my shoulders twist and my stick gets lined up to go. That's going to help us when we shoot on the run, when we are running down the field and we have to throw a pass across our body, okay? That happens all the time, no matter what position that we play. All these different things. So our front elbow is going to be our best friend. So what we're going to work on here is our front elbow not only just aims, but then it has a job, okay, right? Our top hand pushes and our bottom hand pulls. We're always taught that from the very beginning, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to start with two hands on our stick. And what we're going to try to do is as we get in this really good throwing position like I had here, right? My back arm is back, my front elbow is up. I'm going to completely let go with my back arm. And then I'm going to try and throw the ball through, okay, with my bottom hand. So I'm going to make sure that my elbow leads me, and I'm going to snap and then finish across my body. So if I'm throwing at you guys, I'm ready. Drop my back hand, snap, and finish. It's going to feel really, really hard. You're keeping your bottom hand all the way at the butt of your stick, okay? So it's going to be a very light pass to either the pitch back or to your partner, but you want to make sure that we're emphasizing the snap of our wrist with our bottom hand. We're going to try 10 with our right hand, 10 with our left hand, okay? Let's try it out.
I have a question real quick. So when you
Yep.
mean put your elbow up like to your chin, do you mean like shoulder level, or can we have it like down a little bit, or do we have to like keep up here?
So you want to think about, that's a great question, Carly, right? Okay, just making sure. So that's a great question, right? You want to make sure that you emphasize when we're first starting with this motion, emphasize it as much as you can, right? So you want to think, instead of your elbow being shoulder level, I was emphasizing it so you guys could really see me, right? But you want to think about your chin being in your shoulder, because that means that you're looking right over your elbow, right to where you're going to throw, okay? So it is kind of like a little bit lower than shoulder level, but you want to make sure that it points for you, because notice wherever it goes, the rest of the upper half of my body follows, and wherever your shoulders are square to is where the ball is going to go. Does that make sense? Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Of course, great question. Good, girls. Completely let go with our top hand. I know it's going to feel like you want to push it there to make it go harder. Completely let go. Lead with our bottom hand. Really snap through. Good job, Chloe. Good, Rachel. Good. If we're getting air reps, girls, it's going to feel easier because we don't have a ball on our stick, but really try to think about that wrist snap, right? You want to point and snap instead of just going straight to the floor with your stick. Good. There you go, Kaylee. That looks really awesome. Good, Olivia. Carly, perfect. Great job. Good, Pippa. That looks awesome. Olivia Herman, great job. It's perfect right there. Good, Lily. 10 and 10 here, girls. This isn't an easy one. You girls are crushing it. Okay. All right, now we're gonna finally put two hands on our stick, okay? But the biggest thing is I'm trying to make sure that we build up here, okay? So you wanna make sure that once we put two hands on our stick, we're just gonna go for regular passes, that we don't go into our old habits, right? We don't go into arms inside of our body. We make sure that when we worked on one hand, right, we had our arm off our body and we opened up our shoulder. So then when we get two hands on our stick, it should be the same idea. Then when we worked on the bottom hand, our elbow was up and our bottom hand snapped through. So now that we have both hands on our stick, we want to make sure that we still lead that motion with our bottom hand, okay? So what we're going to do here is you're going to throw, catch, switch. Throw, catch, switch. Now your feet are going to be to the side. You see how my hips are facing the side? I'm in my right hand here, so if I'm throwing it at you girls, my elbow really has to be up and my back arm has to be off my body. Throw, catch, Now I'm going to switch my hands, switch my hips, okay? So that they're facing the other side. My elbows come up, throw, catch, switch. Throw, catch, switch. Throw, catch, switch. So a little bit of footwork here, okay? All right, we're going to count our switches. Let's go for 20 switches here. Focus on little details. Arms off our body every time we switch. It's going to get really tight when we switch, so make sure we focus on getting those elbows big and playing big here. Good, flip those hips all the way around. We should feel like a little bit of a drop step with our feet. Make sure our opposite foot is always forward to where we're throwing the ball. Good, Liv. Nice job, Sadie. That looks great. Good job, Olivia. Good girls. When we switch, make sure we take our stick, and we want our stick head to come underneath our chin. So we're not just switching over our head. Slide our hands down, protect our stick, and then make sure that we come back up on the other side nice and big. Going from big to little to big again. That transition is so important when we're working on our skill work. We want to be able to play really protected on the field with our hands nice and high and our stick nice and tiny. But we also want to be able to play big, get our arms off our body, throw a pass all the way down the field, shoot a nice hard shot, throw a pass across our body when we're running full speed up the field. Good, counting our switches, 20 total. Good job, Pippa. Good, Lily. All right. I don't know if you guys can see. I just got a puppy on Monday, and this is him right now. I don't know if you can see.
Is it a Bernese Mountain Dog?
He is a mini Australian Shepherd.
Oh.
His name is Oakley. We're trying to make sure that he's a lacrosse dog, so we're also going to try and make sure that he stays sleeping right now. Dog mom things. But had to show you guys a little puppy love. He's watching you all, so make sure we get our good reps here and press Oakley. All right, so next thing that we're going to do is oh, you got a puppy too, Olivia? What's his name? I love it. Next thing we're going to do here, girls, we're going to work on changing our levels, okay? Now, Ranger, that's a cool name. I'm locked in right now, multitasking. Okay, love it. We're going to make sure that our hips are to the side. This is going to feel very, very awkward if we make sure that we focus on this motion, okay? So if my hips are to the side, my feet are facing the side, even though I'm throwing at you girls, I'm not going to move from this position, okay? So the upper half of my body has to really twist on my follow through, okay? My elbow has to come up. What we're going to do here is we're going to go high fake, low fake, up and throw, okay? So high, low, up and throw. Notice I'm not like stepping to throw. My opposite foot is already in front of me. So I'm in a good position, okay? Here, up, down, up, and throw. When we do that low fake, we want to make sure that our hand comes off of our hip instead of taking our stick head out in front of us, because that takes us out of throwing position. We have to come all the way back, okay? So we're up, down, up, and throw. 15 righty, 15 lefty, 2 hands on our stick, feet to the side. Let's try it out. Big elbows here, big fakes. Good, girls. There we go. Good, Cece. If we're getting air reps and we don't have a ball on our stick, make sure we're getting real cradles, real big pumps up to the sky, real big pumps down to the floor. Take our time here. It's easy to rush through when we don't have a ball on our stick. Make sure we work on those good reps. Good. Kaylee, that looks awesome. Your fakes look great. Now when you follow through, make sure that your bottom hand doesn't come to your armpit. It comes to your opposite hip. So big twist. Perfect. Great adjustments right there. Same thing with that left hand too. Perfect. Nice job. Good, Carly. Pippa, good fakes. Quinlan, crushing it. When we do our fakes, girls, try to keep our eyes up on where we're throwing the ball, right? We don't want to watch our stick. We don't want to look at the ground. We want to make sure that we keep our eyes up on who we're going to throw to or who we're faking out, whether it's a defender or a goalie. Eyes are up. Looking good. $15 and $15, and then come on back. Okay, next thing we're gonna do a double pump face dodge, okay, as you girls are finishing up those reps. Now, two things we're gonna focus on, our hands and our feet, okay? So, first and foremost, our feet, our steps, what we're gonna do. So you're gonna face where you're throwing the ball, everything is square. We're gonna do a face dodge, and you're gonna do 2 cradles when you're over on the side, okay? So our feet, our opposite foot is gonna step out to the side when we do that face dodge, and then we're gonna step through to our throw. So as you can see, it's a sideways step and then a forward step, all with my opposite foot, okay? That's the motion with our feet. So we're gonna focus on controlling that. And then what we're gonna do is we're also gonna focus on our hands. So like I said before, we wanna be able to play in tight with our hands up high on our shaft, protecting our stick. We also wanna be able to play nice and big so that we can get a nice powerful throw or shot. So as we step out and we do this double pump, we wanna take our top hand, see how I slid it up on my shaft? Just our top hand, okay? What that does is it takes my stick head right next to my head, and I'm nice and protected. If I leave my hand on my shaft where it is, see how I'm hanging my stick, okay? So I want to take my left foot out when I'm righty, slide my top hand up, double cradle, then I'm going to bring it back, and I got to slide my top hand back down to get that big throw, okay? Let's try 15 righty, 15 lefty. Focus on the little details. Foot out, double pump. Nice big throw. Slide that top hand up. 1, 2. Slide that top hand down. Big throw. There you go, Olivia. Great job, Pippa. When we do those face dodges, girls, you want to make sure that it's not just our arms. Twist our shoulders as if we're running past somebody and protecting our stick on the other side. Really getting those realistic reps. Nice job, Mary. Good, Quinlan. I like that one. Good intensity here. Carly, good job with those hands. Nice, Ainsley. Good job. Little details. If you guys haven't noticed by now, I'm a big little detail girl. I think it's so important. We get so many reps with our stick work. But we want to make sure that we're getting the right kind of reps so that we're building good habits. Good, Lily. Nice job, Olivia. Really twist those shoulders, girls. Kaylee, awesome. Sadie, great job with that left hand. Shaylee, I like your hat. Is that how you say your name? Did I say it right? Griffin is your last name? Nice. I said it right? Awesome. Love it. That's a very pretty name, and your hat is awesome. I love the holiday cheer. We need all the holiday spirit we can get this year, right, girls? I love it. Got a puppy biting my toe, so this next one's going to be fun. Okay, next thing we're going to do, okay? We're going to work on a couple little different things put together. We're going to kind of build up the like the creativity and the challenging ones here. So again, as these get more challenging, especially with our weekend, I am going to ask you girls to do things like behind the backs and little fakes and things like that with our weak hand. Think about the little details, think about the little steps, and try it, right? If you mess up right here, you're in your own home, right? It's okay. Nobody's judging you. It's okay to mess up because that's how we get better. All right, first thing we are going to do, we're gonna do a behind the back, all right? It's my favorite thing to do. A couple little tricks and tips. This is building off of what we were doing with just our regular throws. Our feet are gonna be to the side, okay? So that our opposite foot is closest to where we're throwing the ball. We're gonna make sure that we reach our arms off of our body like this, okay? If my bottom arm comes in near my belly button, I'm not gonna be able to get a full reach, okay? It's gonna feel like I can, but I'm not gonna be able to get that power or any kind of snap on my throw. So I gotta reach off my body with both my arms. My bottom hand, if it's near my rib cage, I'm in a good spot, okay? I wanna make sure that my eyes go right over my front shoulder. So my front shoulder and my eyes wanna stay on my target the entire time through my follow through, okay? If I twist like this, see where my follow through is gonna go? I can't even see it, and it's gonna go not where I want it to, right? So my eyes and my front shoulder need to stay there. Trust my arms behind my body so that it comes right over my shoulder, okay? So that motion comes from my top hand snapping to my shoulder, my bottom hand snapping away. So it's a push, pull, just like when we push, pull forward. So a couple tips, feet to the side, eyes up, reach back, push, pull. And then get your stick back around if you're on a wall to make sure that you catch it. 15 righty, 15 lefty. Let's try it. Good, so it should hit you, instead of coming across your face, it should hit you right over that back shoulder like that. If you're in your room and you have a mirror, that's a great way to look at it. If you don't, watch yourself in the Zoom here. Okay, it's really helpful to watch yourself kind of the same way that I'm doing if you're getting air reps, right? Watch yourself, reach back, make sure that our stick doesn't go. So if I'm leaning like this, don't want my stick to start out like this, because then it's gonna go too far that way. And I don't wanna start it like this, because then it's gonna go too far that way. I wanna find that happy medium so that it comes right over my shoulder. If it's going too low or if it feels weird, our top hand is too high and it's doing too much work, okay? We wanna make sure that our bottom hand snaps away. Snap it away as you go so you get that snap. There we go, girls. Make sure we hit ourselves with our shaft in our shoulder here. Shouldn't come up over our neck. So reach back, push, pull. Good, so Rachel, you're setting yourself up in a good spot. Take your bottom hand. See how it's like in front of your body right now? Sorry. There it is. Okay, sorry. So your hand's in front of your body right here, right? You want to wrap it around so that it's almost like in your armpit, okay? Now what that's going to force you to do, instead of coming across your face with your follow through, it's going to come behind your back, okay? So it comes over your shoulder. So what I want you to do is take your bottom hand and just right now, really slowly punch it straight out. Yeah, see how it goes behind your head now? Okay, so that's that exact motion. And then whatever you're doing with your bottom hand, try to follow it with your top hand. Does that make sense? So first and foremost, wrap your arms around your body so that it's there, and then you go for it. Yep, just like that. And then finish off that shoulder instead of being too high, coming around your neck. Sorry, did I scare you? That's much better. Good job, girls. Not an easy one. You guys are making it look easy. All right, what we're going to do next, okay? We are going to take this into a fake and then a sidearm throw, okay? So we're going to do a behind the back fake. What you do with a behind the back fake is you're going behind your head and you're turning your stick backwards. The way that you turn your stick backwards is that bottom hand that we focused on before, okay? You're going to take it and you're going to, you know, like a motorcycle, when you rev a motorcycle, you're going to go over, okay? So your bottom hand, try that while you're just standing here right now, okay? If you're just holding your stick, keep your top hand nice and loose. Your bottom hand revs. See how your stick head turns? So when you go into that motion of bringing your stick towards your shoulder, turn your bottom hand so that your stick turns backwards. So it's a backwards cradle, okay, with your bottom hand. Behind the back fake, then you're going to bring it back around and you're going to sidearm throw. With our sidearm throw, make sure that we focus on hands nice and low, dropping our hands off the side of our body again. Now they're not by our rib cage, but they're by our hip, okay? Now if I'm throwing at you girls, notice I'm out here off to the side, not near my belly button, and then I'm gonna step and snap with my top wrist, okay? It's a lot of wrist work right now. See how it's not so much of arms and shoulders like a baseball swing? It's more wrist snap. Wherever your top hand and your stick head points to is where the ball is gonna go, okay? So all together, behind the back fake, side arm throw, okay? 10 righty, 10 lefty. Let's try it out. Nice, Chloe. There you go. If it feels easy, girls, try to drop your hands even lower on your side arm so it's almost like a submarine, which means that you're going all the way low to all the way high. Good with the behind the back fakes, girls. Try to feel that out as you go. And the way that you can sell that more is almost if you step into it, lean into it like this. Because if you're really going to sell it, there you go. And yeah, we're trying this with our weekend. I love it. 10 righty, 10 lefty. I know it feels uncomfortable. That's okay. Working through that discomfort here so we don't have to do it on the game day field. If we feel comfortable doing a behind the back fake and a side arm throw, we're going to feel comfortable doing a lot of other things out on the field that are much simpler. There you go, Pippa. Good, girls. Twist that bottom hand as you go. Good work here. There we go. Nice job here, girls. When you're done with your reps, come on back. We're going to do another fancy one. Then we're going to do one where we move our feet. And we're going to do a little pattern. Then we're going to get into some questions. I can tell this group's going to have some good questions, so I'm excited about that. Okay, next one we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do, whoa, I'm falling. All right, next thing we're going to do is it's going to be a Twizzler. Has anybody ever done a Twizzler before? Raise your hands. Love it. Okay, so Twizzler, what we're going to do is we're going to start, again, facing where we're throwing the ball. We're going to make sure we do a face dodge, okay? So remember, we bring our hands across our body. Now, we want to make sure that we lead this motion with our bottom hand, okay? So our bottom hand's coming across into our opposite pocket, and our stick's going to come nice and low, okay, across our body so that it's right along our hip. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our bottom hand here, and it's going to twist over so that it twists my stick in a full circle, and then we're going to snap through backwards, okay? So you're coming across. You're going to twist with your bottom hand, and you're going to snap through like that. That's our Twizzler, okay? Across, twist, snap. Again, same thing as our side arm. Wherever my stick head points to is where that ball is going to go. So if we're getting those air reps, really work on making sure that we don't just swing through, okay? Want to make sure that we control the motion and snap it through to where we want it to go, okay? We're going to try 10 of these righty, 10 of these lefty. Across with our bottom hand, twist our bottom hand, snap through, backwards. Good, girls. Get that twist first before just coming across and going. Come across. Your stick head should go in a full circle, and then come back around with a snap. There you go. Good. Lola, awesome. Good job. Girls, make sure our top hand, we slide it down a little bit. The more, the lower our hand is on our stick for side arms and behind the backs and Twizzler ones, notice the more reach that I'm going to be able to get. And I can twist it and it comes under. My top hand is really high. I'm really stiff, right? And I'm not going to be able to get that reach. So slide that top hand down. You'll have a little bit more reach and snap with your wrists. Good, Kaylin. Nice job. Remember, girls, we're throwing it from our opposite hip over here and then catching it normal. Then bringing it across, throwing it from our opposite hip. Nice catch, Lily. 10 righty, 10 lefty. Good, Quinlan. That's good. Try to get that stick nice and low so it's parallel to the floor rather than straight up and down. So when you bring it across, see how it's flat, and then you twist it from there. Much better. There you go. Nice job. Awesome job here, girls. When we're done with 10 and 10, come on back. Okay, what we're going to do here, you know how we did our throw, catch, switch, throw, catch, switch, all the way back in the beginning, okay? Now what we're going to do, one of my main things when I work on my stick work is making sure that I'm also incorporating the bottom half of my body. It's something that we a lot of times forget about, right? When we're just standing at a wall or we're even just getting our air reps or we're having a pass with a partner, we forget about our hips down, okay? And a lot of times when we do our stick work at practice, out on the field, when we really need it, we're either going to be running, dodging, okay? We're going to be moving our feet, and we're going to be thinking about how we're moving our feet while we're working on these dodges, while we're making sure we get a good pass, while we catch the ball, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to do that same motion. Throw, catch, switch. Throw, catch, switch. But our feet are going to do a jumping jack motion while we're doing it. Out, in, throw, catch, switch. Throw, catch, switch. Throw, catch, switch. Whoop. He didn't like that one. Okay. It's going to be hard to control both your feet, making sure that you keep that pattern, and the upper half of your body, right? The throw, catch, switch is easy when you do it on your own. The hopscotch motion is very easy when you do it on your own. When you put it together, you got to think half about your upper half and half about your bottom half, okay? So let's try it out. We're going to try 20 switches again. Try to keep your feet going the whole time. There you go, Chloe. Good, Celia. Remember, nice low switch, girls. Don't just throw those hands across. Switch it across your chest, then bring it back up. Down low, back up. Keeping those feet going. Good, when we're getting our air reps, get real good throws and catches. Real game-like. Keep those feet going. Good, Quinlan. Nice, Lily. Good, Gretchen. Job, Shaylee. Liv, keep it up. Nice, Bella. Nice job, girls. 20 switches. Good job, Sadie. Awesome, girls. I know that's a tiring one. It also makes our brain think in a weird way. All right, and we're going to do a whole bunch of different stuff with those kind of patterns as we go through these next couple weeks. So last thing we're going to do, and then we're going to get into some questions, we're going to do a little pattern, okay? I always like to end my stick work with a pattern because what you're doing is you're getting one rep of everything. You're trying to get through the pattern as quickly as you can, but also focusing on our good habits, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get through the pattern 5 times total, okay? One rep of everything. Here's the pattern. Righty, one hand. Throw, catch. Lefty, one hand. Righty, 2 hands. Lefty, 2 hands. Righty.
Your dog's chewing on your rug.
I know, it's okay. You can. Thank you. Hey. He's only 11 weeks old. We'll teach him. Okay, so we got righty, 1 hand, lefty, 1 hand. Righty, 2 hands, lefty, 2 hands. Righty, high, low, throw. Lefty, high, low, throw. Everything from there on out is your strong hand, okay? Then you're going to go behind the back throw, catch. Then you're going to go behind the back fake, Twizzler throw, catch. Last one, you're gonna go one-handed between the legs. Catch, okay? So it's righty one hand, lefty one hand, righty two hands, lefty two hands, righty high low, lefty high low. Okay, everything's strong hand from there on out. Behind the back, BTB fake, Twizzler, and then one-handed between the legs. Try to get through that pattern 5 times. I'm also gonna type it in the chat if you need to look back at it. All right, it was typed in the chat if you need to take a look at it. Righty one hand, lefty one hand. Righty two hands, lefty two hands. Righty high low, lefty high low. Strong-handed behind the back. Strong-handed behind the back fake Twizzler. And then one-handed between the legs. Fun one. 5 times through. Good, Chloe. Trying to get through it quick but controlled here, girls. Try to follow the pattern exactly. Again, if you drop the ball, that's okay. Just get right back into it. Good, Sadie. Keep it up, Pippa. I like the intensity. Kaylee, good work. 5 times through. Good, Lily and Gretchen. Good, that one-handed between the legs motion. Use your momentum. One hand on your stick, right next to you, like a suitcase. Reach back, snap through your legs. You can lift up that one leg if you need. If you're done, you get to hang out with me in Oakley. Hi. Good job, Liv. There you go, Shaylee. Job, Bella. Get those questions ready, girls. Good, Mary. Keep it up, Olivia. Good, Quinlan. Nice, Kaylee. Good, BTB. Five times through. Quick and controlled. That's our goal with our stick work. Nice, Celia. Woo, Quinlan. Good job. Nice, Rachel. There you go, Sadie. Good, Pippa. Nice fakes there.
This is Ranger.
Where's Ranger? Hold on, I'm on my phone. Oh my goodness.
He
Ranger is so cute. What kind of dog?
lab.
He's a red lab?
Red fox lab.
Oh my goodness. Look at him. So cute. This is our puppy Zoom today. Hi, Ranger. Thanks for sharing, Olivia. I love puppies, obviously. All righty, girls. As we're finishing up, okay, awesome job there. I know we went a little bit out of our comfort zone. I know some of us were getting air reps, okay? Biggest thing that we can do with our stick work is challenge ourselves. If we just go to the wall or if we just practice our stick work in our backyard, especially while we have all this downtime, okay, to get better before hopefully the season starts in the spring, all right? If we're just doing stuff that we're comfortable with, we're never gonna make sure that we get better, right? So we wanna try those things that we know we're gonna mess up at, that are gonna be frustrating, okay? Because those are the things that are gonna help us take that next step okay? Because then the more you practice them, the more easy they're gonna become, okay? And then they're not gonna be hard or frustrating anymore, and then you can move on to the next thing, okay? So awesome job on our first session here. I wanna answer our questions, all right? So if you guys have questions about lacrosse, things you should be practicing, life, my lacrosse journey, anything and everything, type it in the chat for me, okay? Put it to everybody, or you can put it to me privately, whatever you'd like, and I will answer them here. So I'm going to check out the chat. Oh, we got for snow. I would say we were supposed to get like 15 inches. We got about like 8 inches, which is a good amount for us. We haven't gotten that much in maybe a couple of years. It was a good snowstorm for us, but yeah, it's all on the ground. All right. Okay. If you could only practice one skill for the rest of your life, what would it be? That's a really, really cool question, Lily. I think I'm already on my way to practicing behind the backs for the rest of my life. I do them a lot. I do them a lot in gameplay. I do them a lot in practice. I find a lot of really good opportunities to use them. And that's because I have a lot of really good defenders on me that play me stick side, right? So if my stick side isn't open, I have the ball, whether it's a shot or a pass that I can't get off, and my defender's all on my stick side, okay, or all on the side of my body that I am trying to get to, my strong side. What's open? This side, right? And the more comfortable that I am with that, the more I can use it as a regular throw, okay, instead of something fancy. So I want to make sure that I always have that in my toolbox. That's a really cool question though, Lily, but I'll probably have to go with my go-to. Oh, where is he, Quinlan? Okay. When did I start lacrosse? I started in 3rd grade. So I was 8 or 9 years old. I first picked up my first lacrosse stick. And I just remember I played soccer, basketball, I swam before that. Always an athlete, always loved to compete, always loved to be like moving around and active. And when I picked up a lacrosse stick, I just loved the fact that you could be super creative with it. Reading books now. So that was how I started, and I just love that the more I practiced, the better I got at it, and I just saw that result from a very, very early age. So when I started, I was 8 or 9, and I am now 24, still playing, and I love it more than ever. What else do we got? Why did you choose to go professional? That is a great question. I actually got asked this question on, I'm in a group of all professional women's athletes, professional female athletes, and we actually meet once a month on Zoom, and all different sports, and we're all meeting on mindfulness, health and wellness, yoga practices, like all really internal and mental training type of stuff, really different, really cool to be able to connect with these women. And that was a question that they asked us. It was, why do you play your sport professionally? And my answer has a lot to do with you girls, right? It has a lot to do with knowing that when I was your age and when I was, playing lacrosse and trying to be my best at it, I wanted to be able to play at the highest level. I wanted to make sure that I could do anything possible to play at the highest level. And I wanted to, when there was an opportunity to play professionally and be able to do what I love, it's always been my outlet, right? It's always been my outlet to pick up a lacrosse stick, go to the field and shoot, hang out with my friends and have a pass, play a game. Like game days are my favorite days of all. So to be able to have that outlet and that energy that it gives me, to be able to do that for a living, and then be able to show you girls that you might be able to do it for a living, and hopefully an even better living in the future as well. That's a really, really special thing to me. So that's why I chose to go professional. 1 second. Hey. He likes the spotlight. We're going to hang out. Okay. What else do we have in our chat here? Okay. Was there ever a time where you wanted to quit or try a new sport? That's a great question too. I played basketball and volleyball all throughout high school. So I was always active in the sense that when it was fall, it was volleyball season. When it was winter, it was basketball season. And then when it was spring, and summer, it was lacrosse season for me. So having that outlet of those other sports all through high school up until I got to college really helped me to not just specialize in lacrosse and not get burnt out from just playing lacrosse year round. It really helped me to, when springtime came around, I was excited, right? I knew that I was getting my extra reps after volleyball practice or after basketball games, but just that, again, that excitement of game day. And I saw somebody say that game day is their favorite day too. Just that excitement of game day of the sport that I love the most. Yeah, I think that was a really, really special thing for me, was playing those other sports. So if I could play another sport professionally, a sport that I've never played before, it's ice hockey. So I would play ice hockey. That's my favorite sport to watch outside of lacrosse. My favorite color is like sea foam green, like a blue green, very beachy green. I never know how to explain it. Reading our questions here. What's my favorite TV show?
Vito loves the lacrosse balls.
Where's Vito?
Vito's trying to eat my lacrosse ball right now.
Oh, that's perfect. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. We're still new over here.
That same thing happened to me. My dog would not let go of my lacrosse ball, so I was just like trying to get it away from him for like 10 minutes.
I love it. Oh man, they just want to be involved, right? They're lacrosse puppies. I love it. What was that question? Oh, my favorite TV show? My favorite TV show would be Friends, I would say. That's my all-time favorite TV show. Do you play any other sports? I did in high school. I wish that I still played volleyball. I love volleyball. Okay, I'm in the process of making a high school highlights video and starting to reach out to coaches. Do you have any recommendations or tips to help narrow down my list of schools? That's a great question. And eventually, I know a lot of you girls are going to get to that point too, if you're not already there. So the best advice that I can say is to keep an open mind. Cast your net as wide as you can, right? So in the sense that put schools on your list, reach out to coaches that you never thought that you would reach out to. Even if you don't see yourself at those schools, you never know who might surprise you. You never know where your home might be in a college. You never know where your type of people and your type of culture in a program might be. So my parents helped me with my lists when I was in the recruiting process, and they, even though I knew that my goal was to play at Division I, they helped me form a list of Division I schools I was going to reach out to, Division II schools, and Division III schools, no matter what, just to keep that really, really open mind and see who is interested and then go from there. So I think that's the best kind of advice I can give on the recruiting piece and reaching out to schools there. Keep an open mind. Cast a wide net there. Okay. All right, we got a couple more questions. How do you get into a game day mentality? That's a great question. I think it's different for everybody. I think that I've been on a lot of different teams, and there are the people who, need to be in the middle of the dance circle to get ready and pumped up for the game, right? That's awesome. They're the people who need to sit in the corner in their locker with their own headphones on and just like think and get mentally prepared and in the zone. They're the people in the middle. I would say that I'm probably an in the middle person. I like to be involved in what's going on. If there's crazy dances and hype going on, but at the same time, I also want to center myself and focus myself on what I need to do out there. So I would say I'm an in the middle type of person, but also any kind of like superstitions that you have. So for me, I put my eye black on. For those of you who don't know, this design right here I put on my face. So that for me means, okay, it's game day. So that might be something different for all of you. It could be putting on a simple headband. It could be, taping one little piece of tape around your stick. Could be clicking your cleats together twice. Whatever that might be, that just like clicks, okay, it's game time, let's go. I think that's always been really helpful for me, but it is different for everybody, and I think that's what makes sports so special. Great question.
I put like this gold stuff under my eyes, like the black stuff. Except
Really? It's gold?
Yeah.
Ooh, you're gonna have to share
I
with
got
me
it.
where you got that.
I got it at one of my tournaments.
Ooh, I might have to do gold eye black one day. I've done pink before for like a breast cancer awareness game.
Yeah.
And that was really bright and it actually rubbed into my face, all over my face. My face was pink for like 4 days afterwards.
And we ended
That's
up
really
winning
cool.
that. We ended up winning that tournament.
Really? With the
Yeah.
gold? All right, I guess I'm gonna have to get me some gold eye black. I love it. Okay. Last question here. Let's make sure I get it. I went to college at Stony Brook University. They're a top 10 program in Division I now, on Long Island in New York. And last question here. What is your one of your favorite memories from coaching? Ooh, that is such a cool question. I don't think I've ever been asked that. I've only ever been asked what is one of my favorite memories from playing. So thank you for that question. You know, I have a lot of really special moments with a lot of you girls, and I love the fact that I was able to come out and see you guys, some of you girls in person, but I also love the fact that like we get to connect on a random Thursday night, right in the middle of December in your off season like this, and connect through something that we're all passionate about, right? And that's this right here. So I think throughout my coaching journey, just being able to do that with girls all over the country, all over the world, has meant a lot to me and is really, really special because it started off in 3rd grade as just a stick and a ball, and I was hopefully going to love the sport, right? And now, you know, being able to see you all through your journeys, whether you want to play at the highest level or not, just being able to all love the sport and be able to all have our sticks in our hands, and try to get better together. I have a lot of really special moments like that. So I appreciate every minute that I get to be on this side and be able to share my knowledge and my experience with you girls and all the girls in the world. So thank you for that question. That was a special one. All right. And that wraps up our first session before my puppy over here eats my rain boot or my snow boot. It's snowing here. But I will see you girls again. Next week is Christmas, and then the following week is New Year's. So I hope you all have really awesome celebrations with your family, whether that's virtual or in person. Be safe, and hope you get to celebrate in ways, really special ways, no matter what. And then after that, I will see you girls again for another session like this, but we got some special challenges coming for you. So thank you for crushing it today. Thanks for the awesome questions. Happy holidays, and I will see you girls again soon, okay?
Yep.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
girls.
Thank
you,
Kylie.
Kylie.
You're welcome.
Thank
See you,
you.
Kylie.
Bye.